Thank you very much. Sweet home, sweet chariot, woman for to carry me home. Sweet, oh, sweet chariot, woman for to carry me home. Sun's still rising in the summer sky, but I'm sweating in this field till the day that I die. God sold my flesh down to my bone, to my brother right from my home, worked my poor little mama into the ground. Moses said, let my people go. That thundering sound, oh Lord, did you ever hear that thundering sound? The train is calling to take you out. Did you ever hear their whistle blow? Like a trumpet sound calling you to go. 'Cause you ain't gonna follow the river shore or sit out underneath the drinking go. The chariot awaits, you better get on board. It was in I heard you clear as day. It was in I heard him calling my name. It was there and I heard, oh, St. Peter calling my name. I'm gonna get on that train to the promised land. Did you ever hear that thundering sound? Did you ever hear that thundering sound? Oh Lord, did you ever hear that thundering sound? Me, the train is coming to take you out. Ooh, ooh, sound. Me, the train is coming to take you out. Thank you very much. I was born in a poor man's town. The blood of my father painted this ground. The fear of a man was all I knew. I'm drawn in the sights of a name that's true. We've been living in the funeral pie that we built ourselves just to set it on fire. Fire, set it on fire, set it on fire. I ain't had nothing but anger and shame. It's building up now like a runaway tree. Set my mind wants to try to get free and left me hanging from a Tupelo tree. Cut a man down and cage his heart, and all you've done is just set him on fire. Fire, set him on fire, set him on fire. Ooh. Spend 10,000 days at the end of this chain, ain't getting nowhere but closer to the grave. I lived all of my life like a man on the run, hiding in a hole till kingdom come. At the end of this day, I spent 10,000 days at the end of this chain, ain't getting nowhere but closer to the grave. I lived all of my life like a man on the run, hiding in a hole till kingdom comes. Ain't no map gonna be my guide, just a sign pointing to hell on both sides. I can't live even one more day howling like a dog at the end of this chain. End of this chain, end of this chain. So my name is Bradford Loomis, and I'm a local boy from Marysville originally. And it's funny, as I was playing that last tune, that's a song that I wrote for slavery. Well, not for slavery, but I mean, I was doing some research about slavery in America and the history of it. And just how I didn't know a lot about it. I mean, I learned a little bit about it. But it was interesting to do kind of my own study on it. What conditions were like, how long it was taking place, how pervasive it was, and
It was really interesting. I got asked this last summer to go play at a maximum security prison just outside of St. Louis, which is right in the Ferguson area, and not far from Ferguson anyways. And it's really interesting because as I was singing that song is a lot about like breaking a man and what it takes to do that, and you can't really cage a man for too long. The spirit, the human spirit's too powerful. I just found that kind of interesting as I was singing that. I hadn't really connected that song to Ferguson, but it's interesting. I've born and raised in the Pacific Northwest. I'd never really been to the South before this last year. And there's it's interesting how palpable the racial tension is there. Well, this next song's a little bit of a change of pace, a little less heavy. I was reading somewhere that like 80% of our songs that we have, and I don't know if that's like that have ever been written or just kind of in the last X amount of years, but they were saying 80% of the songs that we have are love songs. And I thought that was kind of seemed about right. You turn on a radio, and pretty much any song you hear is going to be about love. And it's kind of funny the way that we often sing about love, or our songs do anyways. They're kind of polar opposites of each other. Either you just met this person and they're the most wonderful person that you could have ever imagined, and nothing they do could possibly be wrong. Or you have kind of the aftermath song, you know. You hate their face. You hope you never see them again. You guys broke up or whatever. And this is a song that kind of takes place somewhere in the middle of that. It's a much less glamorous place for relationships or for songs, but I think it's where a lot of relationships are. I'd heard once that there are 3 phases to a relationship. Romance, disillusionment, and choice. And depending on the choices you make, you can get back to romance, and then it starts the cycle over again. I thought that was kind of an interesting statement about relationships. But this song takes place somewhere between disillusionment and choice. This is called From Dust to Dust. All the slings and stones of old, untended fires fade to coals. But when the lights go out and we lay our separate ways, all my fears and doubts, all the words I've never said, I don't want to give you up, I don't want to let you down, I don't want to bury us high the ground, I don't want to hurt you anymore, I don't want to close this door, I just want to fight for us like we did before. I remember the way it was. There was a gleam in your eye when you spoke of us. But when the mornings came, you used to touch my face. When I wake up now to a stranger in your place, I don't want to
wanna fight for us like we didn't before. Whatever we've lost, I won't give it up. The ones that we've lost, I won't give you up. Whatever the cost, I won't give up. From dust to dust to dust. I don't want to give you up. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to bury us and hide around. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I don't want to close this door. I just want to fight for us like we didn't before. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I don't want to close this door. I just want to fight for us like we didn't before. Like we did before.
Thank you very much. You guys ever heard of the poet Shel Silverstein? Anybody? Okay, a few. Nice. We had a bunch of his books when I was growing up, and I was asked to be a part of this group in Seattle called the Bushwick Book Club, and it's a group of musicians who read either a poem or a short story or a book, and you write a song about it, and everybody gets together and we share the songs. And last year at Folklife, the assignment was Shel Silverstein, and we all had to pick a poem. It didn't really matter which book, you just had to pick one. And of course, a lot of the ones from Where the Sidewalk Ends got snatched up pretty quick. It's one of his seminal works. So I found this poem called Masks. And if you've ever heard the poem Masks, it's a pretty interesting poem. It's real short, but it's really both insightful and powerful. The premise of the poem is there's two people, a man and a woman, and they both have blue skin. And they're deeply embarrassed and ashamed of their blue skin, so they make these masks for themselves. And they kind of go through life, essentially covered up, and they end up walking right past each other, never knowing that the other person would have been the perfect fit for them. And I was really moved by that. Fear and kind of that worry about what other people will think have long plagued me and kind of stood in my way of doing just about anything that had value. And so I want to write a song about it. And it seemed to really work for me. And so I picked that poem and wrote this tune, and here you go. This is called Chasing Ghosts. Who am I? Who am I to say all these things that your hands have
will brush my hair, I will sit up straight. I will lie right through my teeth. Oh my God, I'm afraid. All this time I'm chasing ghosts that nobody else can see. Tie this millstone round my throat and walk into the sea. Who could ever love such a thing as me? All these wounds that my hands have made run so desperately. I'm to blame. All this time I'm chasing ghosts. Well, that nobody else can see. Tie this millstone round my throat. Chasing ghosts, yeah, that nobody else can see. Untie this millstone from my throat and throw it into the sea.
Thank you very much. You know, it's kind of funny. You, as much as I try not to, I think a writer's kind of. It's really easy for a writer to fall into the. I don't know that it's a trap necessarily, but like a routine of writing what they know about, and I think it's oftentimes the truly gifted writers that can write about something powerful, and when they have no real like life experience with it. So whenever I write about love songs, they tend to be kind of relegated to long-term relationships and what it takes to sustain those and make them work. I've been married for 14 years, and so that's kind of my context. But this is a song that came about because I've been having a series of discussions with my wife. It's kind of funny. I think we each have like a way that we both like to be loved and feel appreciated in a way that we express that, and that often, or I guess sometimes, doesn't line up with our mate or our significant other. And so we got to kind of refine that process a little bit. And for me and my wife, the way that I oftentimes express love is probably pretty annoying to her. So we were talking about the things that kind of get in the way of that, and loving someone accurately. And so through the course of this conversation, I realized that for a long stretch I wasn't making her feel appreciated or loved. And so this song came about just kind of as a self-realization. This is called "Oh My Lord." To embrace its fate, to be certain of love in the midst of shame, and to give of itself to the point of death. If only the heart were strong and sure, like a ship is built for the waves, able to endure, and in weathering the storm, be noble and brave. Oh, to live in faith. Oh, to live in faith. And if we just fell out, would it be enough to give the heart a sense of meaning? And if we really love, maybe it'd be enough to give the heart a sense of meaning. Lord, if I do confess this heart is given to wickedness, Lord, if I must admit I need forgiveness, but don't give it, say no, my Lord, say no. Confess this heart is given to wickedness. Oh, if I must admit I need forgiveness, but don't give it. Say no, my Lord.
sense of meaning, all for the heart to embrace its fate.
Thank you very much. Well, I appreciate that. Well, I have some CDs in the back there. There's 2 solo records and a record I just put out with a friend of mine named Beth Whitney. We teamed up and we wrote a bunch of songs together and put out an album together. And it's been kind of a fun release. We did that right at the end of August, and we got entered into this contest and got flown out to New York to compete in a songwriting contest, and just got back this last week. And this is one of the songs off that record. And this song came about because of that Bushwick Book Club. I've been assigned a little short story, and the short story was about this little girl who lives with her grandmother and her mother. And her mother works, so she spends her days with this woman who's essentially a mystery. And they're related, but her grandmother is a refugee from Romania and never really talked about her life before fleeing the Gulag prisons, and so she lived kind of a private life. And so this little girl sees these moments where her grandmother will do something or say something that kind of shines a light on what her life was like growing up. There's a moment where the little girl and her are at a swap meet, and she finds these red shoes, and they're like dancing shoes. So she buys these, and they remind her of dancing with her sisters in Romania. And so she dances all over the apartment when they get home, and this little girl is just fascinated. But her grandmother still won't talk about it. So when the little girl goes to sleep that night, she dreams up all these fancified versions of who her grandmother is, trying to fill in the gaps. Here you go. This is called Come Dance With Me.
Lay your head down against your pillow, close your eyes and dream. Can you hear the wind whistling through the willows, swaying in time with the reeds? 12 princesses, their skirts spinning through the air, singing a melody so soft and fair. Come dance with me, come on and dance with me, oh, all along the shores of the great Black Sea. I've put on my dancing shoes, my ruby red dancing shoes. Come dance with me while we're still young and free. We're still young and free. Oh, The water of the sea is calm, the sky is brilliant blue, and everywhere that you can see, treasures just for you. So turn the stones of red aside, and under you will find flowers, diamonds, wriggly worms, and treasures born nearby. Come dance with me. Come on and dance with me. Oh, all along the shores of the great Black Sea. I put on my dancing shoes, my ruby red dancing shoes. Come dance with me while we're still young and free. We're still young and free. Singing a melody so soft and fair. Singing a melody so soft and fair. Come dance with me. Oh, come on and dance with me. Oh, all along the shores of the great Black Sea. Put on my dancing shoes, my ruby red dancing shoes. Come dance with me while we're still young and free. We're still young and free. Oh. Thank you very much. Fall through me and always fool me, and I'm painted black. Days that never amount to more than them will play themselves.
have suffered enough and won with yourself. It's time that you won. Sing this singing about and burn it on. We've still got time. Raise your own voice. You have a choice. You made it now. Violin slowly sing your melodies. I'll sing it falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't go back. Thank you very much. Well, I want to play one more song for you guys and take a 5-minute break, if that's all right. And then I'll come back up and do another set. Well, when I was first approached with the show up at the Potosi Maximum Security Facility outside of St. Louis, I was my first thought was, heck yes, that's very Johnny Cash. Like, I absolutely want to do that. And then flying out to St. Louis, it really kind of struck me. I'm about to go to a maximum security prison, and it's a really interesting experience. I got a really kind of in-depth tour before we played, and everyone was like, "You have to get video and take lots of pictures," and they don't let you take a camera or anything into the. I could only bring like a couple strings, and my guitar. Like, I couldn't even bring any of my other equipment. So, not even my string cutters. So it's interesting because we're setting up this room. And the security guard says to me, why don't you set up right here, because it's right by the door, and that way if something happens, we can pull you out real quick. And I was like, that is not a reassuring thought. And then, of course, once the show starts, I look around, and it's me, the gal who got the show for me. She works in a men's maximum security prison. Only woman on site. And no guard. Guard totally took off. I don't know where he went, but it was me, this gal, and like 80 inmates, several of which were on death row. So it was pretty awesome. But I had a lot of fun, and obviously nothing happened. This is a tune that when I was first approached with the offer, I said, I need to make sure that I have this song with me. This is Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues. the train coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Well, that train, it keeps on moving down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno, whoa, with just to watch him die. When I hear that lonesome whistle, I hang my head and cry. I hang my head and cry, singing. I've been there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can be free. When those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. They freed me from this prison. If the railroad was mine, I'd probably move it along just a little further down the line. Oh, far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I left that lonesome whistle blow my goddamn blues, my blues right away. Blow my blues away, singing. Thank you very much. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.